Twitch
Hey,
be
everybody.
rocking. You rock. Twitch rocks with us all the way.
That's right. Hey, you're watching GEEKCASTER, and we've got a bunch of people here. I'm Michael, and who else do we have in the studio for our part 2 of our Game of Thrones and House of Dragons / the attack of technology on the arts?
Dayveonne Bussey.
Director
Carissa.
Wes Clark.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, what she said.
This is the fun part, just to see. Well, do I say my name next?
Oh.
Yeah, I love this part of the show. Good.
One person left.
Oh, Adaina Velez. I thought she didn't finish saying her name.
So,
No, we're our names all together now.
Adaina, Wes, and Dayveonne, you're watching GEEKCASTER. Being silly as always, I am green eggs and ham. You're watching GEEKCASTER, everything sci-fi, fantasy, and pop culture commentary. So, yeah. So at this point, this is part 2. We're talking about the attack of I call it the attack of the arts. Piggybacking
Attack on the arts.
On the arts.
Attack on the
arts. And so, Wes, you were saying in the last episode that the arts is always the thing that gets attacked first?
Well, yes, and as technology evolves, it does kind of always attack some form of art. You know, that's what when I basically previously said. Video killed the radio star, right? And what killed video? What killed the video star? Reality.
Yeah.
Reality stars followed suit and killed the video star.
Wow.
So, and the internet, that's kind of like, remember when music videos were $1 million to make?
Right.
Anymore,
Right.
I couldn't find a client now and charge them $1,000. They'll be turning their head up.
Right.
Gotta
Yeah.
bring that up.
No,
Now that you bring that up, something I just remembered with apps like TikTok and Instagram, because they have Reels now. You don't even have to promote the whole song, because I know that was one of the big things with the music video. It was to promote the song that people want to buy an album and look up the artist. Now, a lot of times what you do is you see people on TikTok using a little snippet of somebody's song, one part of the song. And then people start looking up the artist or the song from, and more and more.
That's a big craze. You're right. That's a big craze.
Blowing people up.
Little Nas X, he promoted a lot. I know a lot of people say that it was like an accidental success, but no, this guy put in the work.
Yeah.
No, I don't knock it. I mean, if you can use it, it's just like using it for good, right? Like if you can use it to your advantage, I encourage you to use it to your advantage. I mean, some artists that may have never, through the old model of art and success and whatever, may have never been successful. Whereas the internet comes along and now it kind of puts you right into the, right with the viewers and the listeners. So it's a direct contact. So it does serve its purpose. It is a very positive thing too. If let's just say the artists who have maybe suffered from the technology could learn how to adapt and use it for their own. One thing I'll have to say about this generation, they like to pick on us older folks, but they really will listen to anything. Like they won't reject you because you're older. Like if you literally put a song out and it went viral, you could be 40, 50 years old and a rap song can go viral on TikTok and they will love you. They won't say you're too old,
That's interesting. The Made You Look song, it's not a good song. It's just not a good, but
I don't even know that song. I don't even know what song that is. What made
Me
you?
neither.
It's viral now. I could wear Gucci, I could wear this, but I could wear nothing. But it made you look. So I mean, it almost seems like a weird punchline, but it's perfect for the internet.
Yeah.
It's a hit because of the internet views that satellite and the was it Sirius and who owned the Clear Channel? Well, let's play this song. It's a hit. The kids love it. No, it's stupid. It's but it works. It works with the TikTok kind of So so now songs you just really need a good one line. There's no you don't need 4 minutes with a remix and a feature and no work. Just one line.
But Michael, it's a hit.
It's a hit. The kids love it.
I've tried to explain this to many people. Just because something's a hit does not mean it's good. It was just well promoted.
You're right.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, there was plenty of hits, but see, I do credit one thing they are trying to do is get people. People is trying to catch up. They got classes and things like that. Even Full Sail, they teach a class now. When I was studying there, I had to do a class for new media. It was a new media class, and it was like new media tools, showing you how to, and we talked about like the 3 major reasons things go viral, right? Like either it's something funny, you're sharing something funny, you're sharing some knowledge, or you are something that makes you, what's the word? I forget the word, but it basically means like you want to feel like you're spreading, you're telling somebody that you're the first to know it, right? So you want to tell someone else, look at this because of this or whatever. And it's one of the 3 major reasons that things go viral. So like silly stuff is one of the major reasons because that falls under humor. You know what I mean? So like that's one of the major reasons. Or something like even something that's bad, people still laugh at, right? Somebody trying to ice skate and they fall, or whatever, and people like I get videos with people standing on a table and I know exactly where this is going. I'm like, okay, this is a fall video. Like somebody's gonna fall, and that's what happens. So yeah, it's at least some places are trying to prepare us for it, because that is the way. It's not the way it's going; it's the way it's gone. And I predicted this. 10 years ago. 7, you remember?
I remember. And I also remember years ago I said at some point there's got to be a breaking point. And at some point, true artists will rock. And I think with the programs that literally write the music for it, you could literally say, I want this vibe or this a country song with a hip hop beat and and just and it does it. It's interesting because those people that are organic and that are different, but still have a balance of structure and storytelling. I think that'll be the future of music, because everything is going to be so generic that
Well, here's the counter that.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say something. You can have all the technology in the world, but if you don't have talent, you have nothing.
Wow.
You're not gonna stand out.
Listen to the radio.
Well,
That doesn't really. Talent is like last.
How long are they gonna last? How long are they gonna be there for? You know what I'm saying? They're not Prince. By far, they're not gonna have a 30-something year career.
Right.
They're not, Madonna or Whitney. They're not.
I think a lot of them don't care at this point. I think a lot of them don't really care to have that longevity. They just wanna get in, get their money, and get out. You know what I mean? Or move on to something else.
Get the movie deal.
But yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. But people don't want to. They don't care about longevity these days, or even talent. I see people like, I don't know, I'm not even gonna name any artists, but I've seen artists say like, yeah, well, I'm in it for this, and and even like, I'll name one person, I'll say Cardi B, and it's not to dump on her, but I actually agree with her when she said, everyone complains about what I talk about in my content, but y'all not buying records from people who talk about the other stuff. So what do you want me to do?
Right.
I'm not in this. I'm in this to sell records. I'm not in this. So she's like, there's plenty of dope rappers that talk about a lot of conscious, not dope stuff, and y'all don't buy their records. She's 100% right there.
Wow.
You're right.
I agree.
Yeah, that's a drop the mic moment. Like, even if it's just an excuse, you got me.
I mean, she's right there. It doesn't matter whether you like her or not, whether you know she thinks she's talented, don't think she's talented. She's right about that, and she kept it real. She kept it 100 with that one. She said, "Yo, what do you want me to do then? I make records. I'm in this to make money."
Right.
So, and that's what makes money because that's what you guys are buying.
So it's pretty much our perspective, not the artist.
Yeah.
Huh?
At the end of the day, yeah. At the end of the day, yeah, it's supply and demand, right? At the end of the day, you have plenty of, if you want to listen to one person or the other person, you like what this person's talking about, but you don't like what this person's talking about, or you like it, but you don't like it enough to buy it.
Right.
That's what it is.
All right, so I got something for you guys. So I said before we started the show that somebody built a doomsday vault in Norway to preserve fill in the blank for generations to come.
I mean, can you at least give us what they're preserving?
All right, Ye built a vault in Norway.
No.
Music.
All right, I'll give you what it is. So a company allegedly built a doomsday vault in Norway to preserve its cookies for generations to come.
Maybe Keebler?
Close. Not Keebler.
Mrs. Fields?
No, Mrs. Fields don't care about the future.
You said close, Mrs. Fields.
Not with that
All I
fructose
can
corn
think of is
syrup.
Nabisco.
Kibblers?
Only one I can think of Nabisco.
Oreo.
Oh, I
Oreo.
No. Really?
So to preserve the cookies, so when the apocalypse comes, whoever's left can have some Oreos. I got it.
Yeah. And now we know.
Everybody's going to run to Norway.
I like Oreos.
Oreos. I love Oreos.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. And let's see, because we gotta give a little. It's like coffee in the morning. You gotta have your yay.
Like I said, nay.
Kanye
All in favor?
West,
Nay.
Allegedly, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian have finalized their divorce, with Kanye to pay $200,000 a month in child support.
Can I?
He got off easy.
Can I say?
He got off easy.
Please, can I say something, please?
Sure.
Oh my God! Who cares?
He got off easy, because given the fact that the California state law of child support, when you have 3 or more children, it's 50% of your gross earnings. So being that with that factor in there, he got off easy. Trust on that one. 50%. If you have 3 or more children in the state of California, they're entitled to 50% of your earnings. And I'm sure he makes more than that.
Wasn't he like he was said that to be a billionaire or whatever it was?
Even if he's supposedly lost his deals and he's down to a multi-millionaire, he's still worth over $400 million.
Yeah, that's true.
So therefore, $200,000 is like a drop in the bucket. And granted, you know what he should do? Yeah, this is what he should do. And I would do this because then you don't have no chance of anything going wrong. Yo, just pay it off, bro. You got the 4 kids. Do the math. Let's say it's 21. Do the math from your youngest child up to 21. Bang, 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 boom. Pay it off. You done. I think it comes out. I think I did the math. I was bored. It comes out to like, I don't know, it's like $40-something million. Pay it. You're done. You don't have to pay child support no more.
Wow.
If I was a man and I had the money, that's what I would do.
I'm going to say this. Suppose this whole anti-Semitic comments that he's been making all orchestrated so he don't have to basically pay, and he could just make ideas, drop him, other companies drop him, so he don't have to pay as much.
Oh, let me tell you something. This is the thing. I don't care if you are, or if you make $10 a day, or $10 a year, or $10 million a year. Child support, you gonna pay.
Wow.
You go to the court and be like, bro, Judge, I'm living out my car. I've been wearing these clothes all month. I ain't got no money. He gonna be like, yeah, well, you gotta pay. Sell your car. Sell your car and pay them kids.
That's why he's mad, so he won't be actually there. Like, yeah, I'm here, but y'all don't see me. I'm like John Cena. You can't see me.
No,
he's more like the crazy. I'm the old head over here, but he's more like the crazy dude. If you've never seen the show, look it up. He's from the show Soap, where the crazy dude was like acting like he was invisible. He'd go like this and be like in the room, and people talking, and he's like this. Like whenever he got like didn't want to answer a question, and they got on him, he'd be like, no. And then he's like he's gone. He's invisible. That's God.
Well, actually, it's funny because didn't he do? He had a whole outfit where he was like wearing a stocking over his face, and
yeah.
He does that quite often.
Yeah.
He does it quite often.
Well, I have to ask this just because now that's where we're at. I think everyone is kind of over it, but we're over it taking it serious. Now it's like whatever. It's just basic random conversation. But do you think he has a mental illness, or do you think he's just
Yeah.
I definitely think it's there. I don't think it's as extreme as people are making it, but it's definitely there. He definitely went through some sort of mental breakdown when he lost his mother. I definitely think so.
I think that he had it for a while and he just had it controlled. Like maybe his mother was making him go to the doctors and
she might have been the one controlling it.
Yeah, and after with Kim, he just let it go and wasn't taking his meds and everything, and he had psychotic breaks, and that's what happened when you're bipolar. You have good days, you have bad days.
If he is.
No, he is.
If he truly is.
Yeah, like I remember Kim Kardashian talking about it. Like he's been diagnosed as bipolar. He just refused to take medicine.
And also.
Also what?
Say again.
I was going to look.
Well, did you guys see the breakdown even that Kanye did as far as the person that diagnosed him and the map of the connections and all that stuff, which is factual. I mean, that stuff is not up to.
Those were facts.
Those are facts.
You know what I'm about to say, Steph. I'm Gen X, baby. That type of stuff don't really fly with us. We didn't have bipolar back in those days.
Accountability.
You just dealt with it. Walk it off. Put
some tussle in it.
That's what it was with us. And I'm just speaking for myself, but I'm just saying from my generation, it was like, there's something going around on the internet where they're like, yo, you had one thing, you get home by yourself, parents, here's the key to your key to the house, don't get in any trouble. You saw that podcast, right? He's like, he said, go straight home from school, don't get kidnapped, don't get molested, go home and don't get into trouble. Like that was our life. That was Gen X life, right?
So where's Kanye falls into it? Don't say he's a millennium.
And no, he's Gen X, isn't he? He's kind of like Gen X, like us.
It depends. He might be. He's right on the cusp because how old is he right now? He's in his 30s. He's in his 30s, right? Or is he 40?
He was older than
40.
He's in his 40s. Yeah, so he's Gen X. He's Gen X, but like I said, that's why I mean.
My generation claim him, please, God.
No.
Okay, well here's the thing. Let's talk truth. Okay, first of all, like you said, our generation did not believe in mental health. It was like, go put some tussin in it and you'll be okay. And it's like, oh, you just being bad here. Let me
You
just put
broke your leg. You broke your leg. Pour a little tussin on it. You're all
put some
right.
tussin in it.
Put some
And
tussin
then,
on your head.
and
That'll
then
get your brain
not
right.
for nothing, but people of color, you know, we, especially men, they have this stigma about mental health. They will not get help. A lot of people haven't been diagnosed, haven't been, properly treated because of the stigma. Like, oh, I'm not crazy. I'm not going to go see a psychiatrist. I'm okay. Or, us Gen Xers, we think we can handle anything because we were built that way, but we just don't get it. Like, okay, we should go speak to someone. Okay, this isn't okay. We're just not going to brush it off and be like, okay, we're going to put some tussin on it and walk it off. We were built that way, and that's why we have a lot of people out there that are not taking mental health seriously, like the other generations ahead of us.
But the problem also with millennials and going into Z is the over medication. There's no accountability. How do you feel? How you feel is more important than reality.
I agree.
So
I agree. There's no balance there.
We're actually really more millennials, so I don't even know what Z is gonna end up turning like.
Gen Z is worse, bro. They're worse. I mean, and I'm not to be, going at that generation, but I had the opportunity of spending several hours in a car with a Gen Z, and we had some great conversations. Yeah, but we were traveling for a shoot, from Orlando to Atlanta for a shoot. So that's a 6-hour drive, 12 hours round trip. So we had time to discuss and get points of views, and I really thought it was very enlightening, but I definitely, and when I say things like that, I'm like, well, I tell about my childhood, and she's like, oh, do you talk to anybody?
Yeah.
Like, do you see it? I'm like, no. I don't. I'm talking to you right now. But see, I also think us as creators, I kind of give us a little bit of an edge because we have an outlet. We have an outlet through creativity.
Correct.
You know what I mean? You could always tell through my music. Back when I used to produce music, you could tell my mood through my music. You know what I'm saying? And that was my outlet. Now writing and film, that's my outlet now. So it's a little bit different. That's kind of like therapy for me. So that's why I'm not knocking therapy, because I've contemplated a couple times. I'm like, yeah, maybe I should, talk to somebody. But then a lot of times I just get caught up by just doing something creative, and then I feel better.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that aspect, because without art or podcast, there is no outlet for yourself. Self-care. That's part of self-care. So.
I think that's also why we, to your point, like the self-care, Dayveonne, is why we tend to be harder on music and harder on movies and more like, oh, you're a hater. No, it's because those outlets kept a generation and a half out of jail. Those outlets kept a generation and a half away from drugs or, away from a lot of problems.
Alive.
So when music is so trashy and no depth and no, like, it's almost like, what are you guys drawing on? Because there's nothing there. It's soulless. It's heartless.
Yeah.
You notice people that don't have an outlet, one of the things that they do is they always start fights. They gossip a lot. There's a whole bunch of things they do that is self-destructive. But when you have some sort of outlet, no matter what it is, you got a way to put it in there. And it's not going to,
Perfect point. And that's where social media comes in, that's where it becomes toxic as opposed to it being, a good thing, because social media is the outlet. I tell people all the time, and I tell all my people on my team, I tell myself all the time, I heard somebody say it somewhere, I don't remember who said it, live by 3 words when it comes to social media. Don't press send. Period. You can sit here and you're mad, you're talking, you're saying all this stuff. I hate people, I hate everyone. Yeah, but don't press send.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree. Like nothing personal on social media. At least nothing like emotionally fueling.
I've literally typed out stuff and just erased it. I'm typing out stuff like, man, I said, then I look at it. I always read it. I don't just hit send. And then
especially like if you have a brand. Yeah, especially if you have a brand, like don't do that. Don't get all emotional and go to social media.
Yeah, don't go.
I don't care about your baby mama. I don't care about your friend. I don't care your roommate stole your lunch. Like I don't care about any of that.
And don't go DEF-CON on anything or anyone.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's the Kanye special right there. Whenever everybody's mad at me, I'm gonna trash my baby mama.
Yeah.
And then even though I'll turn around 3 days later and beg her to come back, but then she doesn't because she knows 3 days earlier you were trashing her.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's trash her again. And
give everybody out there your social media.
Dayveonne Bussey.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Dayveonne Bussey on all the things except for Twitch and Twitter, the Shamal Williams Show.
Adaina _ realtor at Instagram, Adaina Velez on Facebook, and look me up.
Carissa, go for it.
Carissa Pignatelli, Cap Loves You on Instagram. CAP Loves You.
Oh, and by the way, Carissa's a great actress. So Wes, I'm just saying.
On all social media is at the director, DA director.
Cool. And I don't have that much social media, but I got tons of companies and I got 20 Instagrams. But me is Michael7Michael on IG, and you're watching GeekCaster. Go to geekcaster.com, GeekCaster on IG. And thank you, everyone, if you're watching this on cable. We really, really appreciate it. This is a special year because, we got renewed for another year on cable, and we're doing big things, trying to do some big things with Wes. So we might not be doing 2024, so you gotta watch this year. We're gonna have a lot of guests, a lot of surprises, a lot of walk-ons, and it's gonna be amazing. And thank you, everybody. And you're watching the one and only, the original, one of the longest in the game, GeekCaster. Woohoo!
You know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.